often hasn't this happened to us? The phone always seems to ring when we're doing something like this, or in the bath.
But nearly a century on, gone are the days of waiting by the phone for a call. The old-fashioned infrastructure that landlines rely on is now too old. Digital is the future. But that switchover is a worry to some, including 72-year-old Kathy Watson in Pembrokeshire, whose internet connection's so unreliable we could only reach her on her landline.
Does it worry me that more and more I'm being excluded by technology? Yeah. Do I feel more isolated? Yes. Do I feel worried? Yes. And the other thing I do is feel very, very annoyed that I am being treated in this way. And I feel powerless to do anything about it.
Oh my God! Changes.
What are you up to? That's at the entrance of Carnhill. I think there's one detached and two semi-detached going down there, so we shall have a wee look. And I remember this is what, the 20th or the 21st of April 2024. So I wonder what the houses will look like in another, say, I'd say by the end of the summer them houses will be up, or maybe less. So I will come back to here whenever it's up. Do you remember I filmed from here last April and it says, I bet you in a year's time these houses will be finished. And now today I'm standing in the house that I predicted would be finished in a year. Look at that, all done. And the one next door as well, just 1 minute. Yeah, and that's the whole back all done. This is a semi and that's it attached at the end. Big houses, big enough. Still to get the you can see the guys are doing the tar. Look, they're putting the tar down. Unreal. See, great job. Lovely job. There's my wee house up there. Today's basically a builder's clean, as you can see. Just doing all the frames, hoovering them all out, getting all the bits of paint off them and stuff. You know. And then simply give them more clean. My trusty device for carrying my lovely and a dry cloth on the edges, because if you don't do around the edges it'll dry up, water stain, whereas if you do it with a dry cloth and the handle nice and clean, it leaves it perfect. Lovely. I'm in before the carpet, or after the carpet men, but they're not here yet. I always find that the floors are wild dusty, so what I do is I mop them. It reduces the dust whenever the carpet fitters are in, so it's a good idea. Not all the cleaners will do that, mind you. Days of sunshine and 11 days of wet. Unreal. It's Romana for you. Shit weather. Hmm? Lovely. Look at the amount of bags sitting there. Look, there must be about 20 bags sitting there. Look, never picked them up. It's in a wee house in Mill Street in Enniskillen. Doing a bit of cleaning. Yeah. Look at the lovely sky today. Huh? Lovely. But anyhow, here's what I've done. I've done all the bathrooms, done the carpets, done the stairs and the lantern and the living room. A lot to be done in this house, a lot of dust. But yeah, starting to look well. Can't believe how lovely that day is and I'm stuck in here. Look at that day. Lovely, beautiful. Mill Street, lovely. Look at the lovely mahogany door. In this small living room. Oh, lovely, well-maintained living room. Look at the lovely carpets, but sure, what do you expect for an old property? Oh, all the windows glisten, even out the back, all the tools and everything's perfect. Look at that kitchen. You can even see through the glass. Kitchen's all cleaned. Doors, skirting boards, everything. Cupboards all hoovered out. And look at the carpet. Oh my God. The carpet is looking lovely, lovely. It's a hard-wearing Westminster carpet, not in the hall. They're lovely, bit of wear on them, but still nice. Done the windows. Done the windows. Bathroom, done the luggy hole, cleaned it out. Done the floors, bath, toilet, cistern, sink. And the windows in the front here and the back's looking lovely, all cleaned up. That's me, Brian. If you want to square me, you can either pay me cash or you can put me through Revolut. I can send you a number for Revolut if you want. But hey, it's looking lovely. I love summertime. I love it. Look at the dog walking through the, is it pista beds or daisies, is it? What do you call them, pista beds? Come on, girl. She used to see me walk all the time. Don't you, Bubba? Yeah. So, we used to collect conkers whenever it was last September, and I planted 3 of them, and the 3 conkers have sprouted and grew over this last year, and I'm going to plant them along the top of the bank where I built the fence, behind the fence, so that we'll have conker trees in the future. I mightn't see them, but I know Louis will see them, and it was him that actually planted the conker in the first place, so we'll do that now. So that's one of them. That was one of them we planted from the seeds. Look at it, it's lovely. And that was planted from a seed from the conkers that we got out in Lisnarrick. Just at the, you know, the trees, there's a load of trees, conker trees. So we planted that and it's rooted. So we now have a conker tree. So in a few 100 years time, you'll see the big two conker trees there and you'll say, that was Flynn that planted them. And there's the other one. It's looking tired of itself now. It's very delicate, but it has to be planted too. Okay, I'm going to put a bit of soil in the plastic bag and transfer the one from this pot into it, and then it'll pass over the fence. I'll make it easier on myself. I'm going to have to climb over the fence, and I brought this to dig a hole, and some water and some food for the plant. Okay, start climbing. That's the cutting down all the jaggies, as I call them. And this stuff here, because it goes towards my fence and I hate it. Strangles everything, trees and all. So it's all being cut down again before I plant my little trees. Okay. Now, this is just simply a blade that I use. Lovely. I need to dig a hole first for them and put some of my topsoil in to help it grow, to give it that wee bit of extra lift for the, you know, for it to grow. So, right, you don't want to see me digging a hole, so I'll turn these off for a minute. There seems to be a lot of roots in this, so as the hole goes down, I'm going to actually have to get rid of them roots because it'll take away the nutrients which the tree will need to grow. But anyway, looking good. One done. It's right in. It's enough for the pot plant one to go in, so we'll do it now. So I'll take a bit of soil, another bit as well. Lovely. More bit. Put it in. Happy days. Get my plant in. Okay, here we go. Imagine this came from just a conker. Lovely. That's the first one in. Look at that now. All done. They look well. Plenty of topsoil to help them along, and plenty of water as well. I just put a bit of moss to hold it. So maybe it'll grow. Hopefully it'll make them grow. But again, they were seedlings that we picked, me and Louis, in the Lisnarrick, just out the road. And they grew in the front garden in a pot. And there's another one there as well. And it's planted as well. So we'll see how they get on. A few years' time, they'll be as tall as a man. And then I'd say Louis and Harper's grandchildren will be able to pick the conkers from the tree. I'd say in about even 10 years you'll see the two trees come over. There's another one at the front has to go in the middle. But I'll let them two go in for a minute. The wee one at the front's not too high yet. And when it does, when it gets a wee bit bigger, I'll put it in the middle before the winter. Although it's doing okay at the front at the minute. But I've been meaning to do that job for ages. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted, Baba. I'm really wrecked because I've done a whole house today and the carpets in Enniskillen. And I'm just wrecked. Right. Hands moist. All the dirt off, Baba. All the dirt away to the sea. Time to have a lie down. My bonus content today is going to be the bluebells and acorn. I know you all love it, but they're coming to the height now, so I know it's not sunny, so we're not going to get full appreciation of it, but yeah, we're starting to get them all. I'm sitting down, Drew, because there's no sun, but wait till you see them on up the forest. Unreal. We all love our dogs. Dogs are a part of the family. No matter how much anybody who's never had a dog, we all love our dogs. If something happened to my dog now, I would be grieving just like as if it was a member of my family. I know it's hard for anybody else to understand that who hasn't had dogs, but she has been with me as much as any of my family members, so she's been there when the grandchildren were born. She's been there when they were brought home for the first time. And she's grew up with my own daughters. So on her final days, wouldn't it be great, rather than have her burned, to be put in a place like this, just behind me here. Now this is owned by, I think it's Fermanagh District Council, but it would be class if it was just turned into a pet graveyard where, you know, you could have something simple like a flat stone in the ground where the leaves would cover it anyhow, but you would know where your loved one was buried, knowing that it was in a place where it's tranquil and where they can spend the remainder of their days, the remainder of their existence in a ground that you have always spent time with the dog. And I've always spent time in there with Miley. She loved it. But I was just thinking that. What's your comments? Like, comment below. I'm nearly at this bluebell patch. The bluebell patch here in Acorn. You can actually point them in the National Trust, the areas where you find that there's, you know, just pinpoint them on their map to let them know, other people know where they can find the bluebells. But the bluebells here are absolutely remarkable. Let me show you. Come on, jump up. Come on. Oh, look at this. You hear the birds? This is beautiful. There is a little path, and if you should stick to the path, it would be great. But look, they're not as abundant as they were last few years, but equally I think it's absolutely beautiful here. Yeah, it's beautiful. What do you think, Miley? She doesn't care. Look, isn't it beautiful? You want to smell it. If YouTube could do smells, it's absolutely fantastic. Here's what it is. It's lovely sounds, not a sound of motors, not a sound of bikes or normal day life, just nature. Acorn Forest, beautiful, so it is. Leave them bluebells alone, Baba. Huh? Every year they're getting bigger and bigger, but beautiful. This is just one wee patch, but it's the biggest patch I found in Newtown. And the best of it is, not very many people know where it is, because there's a walkway just behind me, and you have to sort of be up above the ramp to see it. Fantastic. It's beautiful. And hey, must go. So this is what my conker tree or chestnut tree is going to look like in another 90 years, I'd say. This one here, look. And the lovely flowers on it and all. Looks lovely. I love the conker trees. Wee pool where all the frog spawns to be. Can you imagine how many frogs, you know, make this area, you know, what it is, that come from that pool? The amount of frogs that come from that pool is unreal. If you enjoy these videos, I know majority of you don't actually subscribe. It's free. It's free to subscribe. Just press the button. It'll help me and help me with my content. And please send me a wee like when you watch the videos. Comment, tell me where you are. Tell me you're enjoying it. Tell me you're not enjoying it. But comment, tell me how you are and where you are coming from and where you are watching from. Thank you. Until the next time, be careful, and if you can't be careful, be good.